Where's the love?
In the heart of the city.
I said, where's the love?
Ain't no love in the heart of town.
Yeah.
Ain't no love in the heart of the city. Ain't no love in the heart of town.
How's it going, gang? Welcome to Jay Explains, Irvington, New Jersey's 2018 State of the Township address. And Black Panther thoughts while I'm at it. You know what? I'll toss in an MCU rant. I mean, I get it. You may be wondering to yourself, Jay, what do two of those things have to do with the other? But I promise, by the time I'm done, you'll get it. Now, before we get started, please do all the YouTube things. Like, sub, share, speak. It really helps the channel grow. This was my third State of the Township and second video on the subject. How time flies, right? Last year, I had a sit down with Mayor Vauss and we discussed Irvington's future. And I did that because the event was so damn long and drawn out that I didn't stick around to hear if there was any important stuff said. You know what? The exact same thing happened this year, but I made sure to follow the program, and by the time I left, there was no more important stuff to be said. I'll be the first to admit that it's totally me. I get bored extremely easily if you consider an hour-and-a-half time limit impatient. Previously, it was a standing room only event, but this year it was far more subdued, with plenty of seats available. I mean, tons of space. I caught the obligatory children performances, a choir that had a director who thought she was John P. Key, and this kid dance group that did a fly little routine that I'm biased on because the beat they used was just getting at it, man. It was knocking. It had me wanting to drink and a lap dance, to be 100% honest with you. And as far as the address goes, well, there was none. There was no outline for the upcoming year. You know, just look at the pretty streets. Oh yeah, re-elect Vauss. Look at everything we do for seniors, and Trump is racist. Then there are the videos. The support video was used in a previous video that we did on this channel. I'm saying the word video a lot. Link in the description. When I saw that there was no Obama video though, my first thought was, whoa, Obama gave Mayor Vauss an endorsement? That's pretty cool. Oh, well, yeah, that's a letdown. Then there's the leadership video. Guys, when the mayors of 3 of the most prominent urban communities in New Jersey held a rally about non-racist statements being racist, I had something to say about it in an episode of Unbound, because our communities have problems that they constantly remain silent on. So I said my piece and moved on. Didn't even bother watching the rally, so I was aware of what was said. They tossed Mayor Vauss's remarks on the screen, and it was the standard fare of racism is bad, but then he made a statement that I have to correct him on.
The last time I checked, the only people in this country that aren't immigrants are Native Americans.
Yeah, no, I come from here. I mean, I get the sentiment that everyone was born somewhere. You got first-generation Americans and second-generation Americans, but personally, I was born in Newark. My parents, grandparents, great-grands, all the way down to that plantation that I've previously spoken of, had a birth certificate or papers. So I am not an immigrant. Actually, being born on American soil makes you a Native American. I know it sounds weird, but it is factually correct, unlike Mayor Vauss's proclamation. So I stuck around for a bit after I realized that nothing about taxes or future prospects were on deck. I mean, it was all awards and promotions and patting each other on the backs and talking about how Team Irvington Strong doesn't argue and everybody's one team, one dream, which is a lie in its nature, but you know, I digress. And congratulations to all the recipients, everyone who was up there and getting their shine. It was beautiful. When Leroy Jones, the Essex County Democratic Chair, took the mic and started talking about Wakanda though, and trust me, there was an overabundance of people in dashikis and African garb, I was done. But I think you know where I'm going from here. First and foremost, politicians, your involvement or knowledge of anything makes it uncool. And Black Panther is the latest example of that. But if you want the most prominent and recognizable one, it's Hillary Clinton talking about Pokemon Go. I'm telling you, this video is going to age well. I finally saw the movie. After the racially divisive marketing, I pledged not to pay to see it, but I did see it. And I have a few thoughts / gripes. 1. It breaks the continuity of the MCU. If he couldn't be Black Panther without being king, then how was he able to suit up during Civil War? 2. T'Challa has been dumbed down. In comic lore, T'Challa, not Shuri, is one of the most intelligent characters in the entire universe. In this film, his intellect was curved to give his kid sister more prominence, which also breaks MCU continuity because there were all kinds of much older scientists fixing Winter Soldier at the end of Civil War. So how was she the only scientist? How does that work? How was she the greatest mind? Anyways. And 3, Killmonger is not a sympathetic villain. He killed innocent people and wanted to commit genocide. That does not scream sympathy to me. The film looked beautiful, and with every performance, Michael B. Jordan just gets better at his craft. But the atmosphere surrounding this film was toxic. And since they were so cool about The Last Jedi, I'll let voxis Productions break it down once again.
Black Panther is the same Marvel movie formula, just with a black cast. How do you generate interest for this? Same as every other film these days. You market it with identity politics and outrage. Films aren't advertised based on their quality, but on how much manufactured controversy they generate. Black Panther isn't the first and won't be the last to use identity politics to create division and publicity amongst its potential viewers. This type of controversy marketing is the norm now. Take the all-female reboot of Ghostbusters, which used feminism to garner attention and had feminists and film fans going toe-to-toe on social media to generate clickbait, comments and publicity for its shameless reboot cash grab. Marketing like this is diabolical. It cannot lose. Feminists will go see the film under the heavily marketed empowerment guise. Spineless twerps afraid of being thought sexist will see it out of some weird guilt. And haters will go see it to see if they hate it, which they will. Nope, I didn't care for that.
So do you get it? I mean, one of the major themes of this channel is that we can't keep letting ourselves get emotionally manipulated like this. I mean, it's kind of embarrassing. I'm not even gonna lie. Thanks, VP. You're the best. Seriously, go to this channel and sub. Check it out. Hilarious content. Guys, coming up, I wasn't a comic nerd. I had friends who were comic nerds, so I, by proxy, knew comics and everything else like that. But personally, I could read comics very quickly, and storyboards seemed dumb to me because I thought we were supposed to be using our imaginations. I wasn't a big fan of Black Panther. I knew of him, I respected him, but how am I supposed to relate to a king in Africa? We have nothing in common besides skin color. Nope. Spider-Man was my guy, and Tobey Maguire will always be my Spider-Man. Sorry guys, it's just the way it is. He has glasses. But beyond that, when it comes to Spider-Man and Peter Parker, it's all about the character. And how Peter Parker is this underappreciated nerd that got the most unique set of superpowers in all of comics, and it allowed him to talk shit and kick ass. It was the fact that he was such a major fail as Peter Parker. That's what makes him such an endearing character to this very moment. I mean, he's the most popular superhero in the world. Let's be real, Tom Holland, he nails Spider-Man, but isn't a good Peter Parker, in my opinion. But one of the hardest parts of maturing is realizing that everything isn't for your generation anymore. And the direction the MCU is going in is definitely on that list now. What sucks is that it didn't have to be this way. The first Iron Man had murder and sex. No nudity, but it wasn't necessary. Jon Favreau created an amazing film, and from what Kevin Feige built that universe from, it seemingly had endless possibilities. And some of it was realized via the Avengers. The coming together shot still makes me geek a little bit on the inside because it was just such an amazing moment. But since then, I felt more like a drug addict chasing the high that moment brought. but it can never return. Disney owns it, and if you haven't noticed, they have no interest in doing anything that isn't safe, sanitized, and family friendly, which is why I'm done after Infinity War. I mean, I feel more like I'm going to watch out of obligation. You know, I'm going to watch Infinity War and likely the sequel out of obligation and for a form of closure more than because I particularly care about any of the new characters. I want to see an end to Captain America and Iron Man stories. And guess what? I kind of doubt that's going to happen. So, I'm just going to hop off the hamster wheel. Well, guys, I did it. I wrapped the municipal event, film criticism, and an old man rant all in the same video. Woo! I'm good at this. Thank you so much for putting up with me. Please do all the YouTube things, like, comment, sub, and speak. Comment and speak are the same thing. I do say share was the one that I'm supposed to say in that one. But either ways, new subs, thank you guys so much for coming by. I am really I got more legalization videos coming up. So thanks, guys. Until the next video, love.
All this fighting over race and racism is pathetic, and I know how to stop it. Old man powers, activate! A peace offering, my friend.
Aw, you definitely racist now. Seriously, that old stereotype that black people just love fried chicken?
That's the point, though. It's silly. Look past the stereotypes and see it for what it is. It's just a silly joke, not worth getting